Hello, my friends. My name is Walter Brocklehurst, Prescot's most famous and acclaimed Edwardian Music Hall ventriloquist and illusionist. I was born in Prescot on the 29th December 1866. We lived for many years at number 8 Atherton Street. From a very early age, I became interested in performing by watching the traveling theater troupes visiting the town on market days. This is me back in 1905. As a very young boy, I would travel into Liverpool with my parents to watch Professor Codman's Wooden-Headed Follies, a show created by Richard Codman, a traveling showman from Llandudno, North Wales. In 1860, he collected driftwood from the beach and carved some puppets. Today, this is known as Punch and Judy. I was mesmerized by the way one person could entertain a crowd with nothing more than painted puppet heads and great imagination. From this time forward, I was set on a path to becoming an entertainer. I had no idea of what would become of me. I just knew that if I worked hard, I could make something of myself. I was very creative in my thoughts, and it was a great romantic dream of mine to see the world. Growing up in Prescot, I tried out many things, like creating my own magic tricks, to juggling, dancing, singing, and acting. I performed in the local church halls and public houses to gain experience and build up my confidence. Everything I tried would eventually become useful in my future career. The secret of success, my friends, is keep trying, and if you fail, try and try again. By 1885, and now in my mid-20s, I had developed a ventriloquist act and made a French Pierrot boy puppet, which I named Little Jimmy. He was the third of my proper handmade wooden puppets, but to my mind, he was just wonderful. I changed my stage name to Professor W. Hurst. The W represents my first name of Walter and Hurst being the last part of Brocklehurst. I appeared before British audiences right across the land, and wherever my travels have taken me, both press and public have been unanimous of opinion that I was impossible to surpass as a ventriloquist, and that my puppet Jimmy, the Pierrot boy, is positively irresistible as a producer of laughter. Eventually, I set up home in the quaint little town of Ruthin, North Wales, where I performed on many occasions at the town hall, assisted by my daughter Enid and my brother George. Our performances were a cause for much wonderment and very hard to beat. Enjoyable evening of a refined nature. Free from any stage vulgarism, encores were demanded frequently. As an illusionist, I performed my remarkable Cabinet of Mysteries and my mock drama, The Village Maiden of the Terrible Struggle for the Small Toothbrush. You can read the full review of my performance from 1907 in the description to this bioscopic presentation. Whilst doing so, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications of new presentations from Born and Raised in Prescot Magic Lantern Moving Pictures. Now back to the story. I worked with Little Jimmy for well over 30 years, performing at the seaside resorts of Blackpool and Southport, doing end-of-the-pier shows twice daily. I also visited the Tyneside industrial centres, spent 3 months at Hastings, in the great coal fields of South Wales. Those were the days. I formed my very own troupe of Pierrot players, which I called the Happy Valley Pierrots. In my later years, I moved to Southport and in 1933, and whilst preparing for a show at the end of the pier, I left little Jimmy in my dressing room overnight, only to be awoken the next day of tragic news. A very large fire destroyed the pierhead, the cost of repairing the damage deemed to be unaffordable by the Southport Pier Company. To me, I lost my livelihood and my best friend, little Jimmy. This was devastating news to me, and from that day forward I decided my performing years were behind me. I never performed again, and spent my retirement with my family in Southport, not far from my beloved birthplace of Prescot. I died in Southport in June 1940, age 73. I worked hard and followed my dreams, and in my life achieved many things. To me, that's a life well lived. I hope you agree. I am extremely pleased to have been remembered in the moving picture bioscopic presentation, and I hope you've enjoyed learning about my life. Please remember to subscribe to the Born and Raised in Prescot YouTube channel, and feel free to leave a comment. And goodbye from me, Walter Brocklehurst. Thank you for watching.
To say was bread and butter. You've never heard that done before, bread and butter. I can even say Gonanas, Gladdy Stock, Constantinople, Gadviogis, Gattles, the Gottle of Milk, the Gort of the Old Brigade, Broadway, Grumps, Brooklyn, Gregory Hills, Goccolo and Goston. They're all big now. Say I've got to look here without moving your mouth. Go on. Say I've got to look there without moving your mouth. Say it! Say it! How is it, son, that when I shout, you spit in my face? How does that...